Okay, cool. We're recording. All right. So today's team call, Brittany, can you see the screen? I'm just going to make it bigger.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So today I was talking, last night I was talking to a couple of coaches. With it being the end of the month, everyone was feeling, really defeated in their business. There was a lot of struggles going on, whether it was personal, business, whatever the case is, for a lot of us. And when we're not doing the things we need to do each day, it's not just like taking a day off. It's like moving back 10 steps in our business. So it's really hard to jump back on the bandwagon and starting to build that momentum up again. And right now in the fourth quarter, that's honestly the worst time to do that, because this is the time where business tends to be slower. We see a lot of people quitting, whether they're challengers or coaches. And we need to be working twice as hard to see the results that we get when we just pretty much do the bare minimum. So like I said, now is not the time to be doing the bare minimum. Also too, since we're putting in twice as hard, twice the amount of work or 10 times the effort now, not only are we going to see some of that now, we're going to see it like a freaking tidal wave come January. It'll be a big boom. So right now is when we want to start building the momentum. So with the past month of October and even a little bit of September, a lot of us were feeling defeated. So today we're going to talk about how not to feel defeated and basically reviving your journey and your business, because this business is solely on health and fitness, and that's what we also need to focus on. We need to keep our focus with health and fitness. So first and foremost, guys, it starts with you. You're either taking off or you're, jumping all in with this, or you're at that point where we're treading water and we're trying to figure out, what the hell are we doing? We're stuck and we don't really know where to go from there. So this is what we need to do. You need to pick a program and you need to commit to that program from start to finish. After you pick that program, you need to be sharing it publicly throughout your journey. Talk about day 1, day 2, day 5, day 9, day whatever. Talk about it throughout your journey, because people relate more when they see you through your journey, going through a program, going through a cleanse, instead of just seeing a before and after. Because when you hit that before and after, it's like, wow, great, they see that. But when you hit that before and after and they remember you sharing the struggles and the victories during it all, they're going to want to talk to you more. They're going to trust in you more. And you don't need a ridiculous transformation. You don't need to just share about your journey on day 1 and day 60 or day 1 and day 21 of your program. I also want you guys to be sharing about Shakeology. Every single one of you need to be drinking Shakeology, and you need to be talking about it. I hear a little too often that, you could sell a workout program, but people just don't want to purchase Shakeology, or they don't want to drink Shakeology, whatever the case is. And I'm going to tell you why. It's either one of these few reasons. It's because you're not drinking it. It's because you're not sharing it publicly. You're not talking about the value, and you're publicly not handling objections, or there is a lack in your conversations. It's one of those. So if you feel like it's one of those, I want to challenge you guys today to go ahead and fix that today. Guys, there's no reason why we shouldn't even be using Beachbody Performance. I'm waiting for my Energize to get here. Bad Ashley over here. Like, I haven't been using my Energize, and I really haven't been drinking my Hydrate. We also have the Recover and the Recharge and the creatine you could be drinking. So if you don't know much about Beachbody Performance, do some research on it, check it out. And you can also share about that, because there are also challenge packs with Brittany, it's the Recharge, right?
Yeah, there's the recharge and the energize together. And the recharge, if people don't want to drink Shakeology, then get them on the challenge pack with the energize and the recharge.
Yes, that's exactly where I was going with that. And like, that would be great for you guys to do that too. But I think as a coach, it's important to be using all of those, because you're going to have that person that's not big on the supplements, that they really want that healthy meal replacement, right? And then you're going to have that person that's like, I'm so iffy about Shakeology, but I'm an avid gym goer, or yeah, I want a protein shake and I want a pre-workout. You know what I mean? So if
Ashley,
sharing that, yeah.
If somebody, so I was thinking like, okay, so say that somebody does not want to do Shakeology, they're the avid gym goer, so get them on that challenge pack with obviously the Energize and the Recover, but there's also other quote protein shakes that Beachbody has that not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, there is, which is good for your volume and all that, but as far as challenge packs, like the performance is where it's going to be at. Moving on from the performance, then look into the 3-day refresh. So ask yourself, do I have a transformation that I have shared before? And if you feel like you want like a quick result and to really, really build your momentum up, I highly suggest you guys do the 3-day refresh. It's short, it shows results, and it gives you a lot of content you could post on your social media. Brittany, can you hear Gian in the background? So I'll move out of the room if you can. Brittany?
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Yeah, I can hear her, but she's fine.
Okay. So the 3-day refresh, it'll give you the fast results. Like I said, social media content is great. You share your day one, you can share all your meals, and it's just a short amount of time to really grab attention from your audience. And let's face it, guys, a lot of people like quick results. I like to talk about it almost as a jump start. And here's what I've been doing this month too with my challenge packs. Whether people just want Shakeology from me and they don't want a workout program for whatever reason, and I've tried talking to them about Beachbody workout programs and they're just not budging, I offer them, hey, 10 extra bucks, you get a 3-day plan. Do you want in? Yeah. And that's 2 successful points right there. The other thing that I'm doing is, okay, great. So you want to start with 21-day fix and you want to start with Shakeology. Do you want the 3-day cleanse that comes with it? It's pretty much like a kickstart, jump start for you. It's a couple more in box. Let me know just so I know what direct link I can send you so it's easy breezy for you. Well, what's a 3-day refresh? Oh, it's a 3-day cleanse. Breadcrumb it. I say no dairy, no meat. Last time I did it, I lost 4.5 pounds. If you want, I can send you my transformation pics real fast. Yeah, I sent it to them. They want it. It's, instead of it being $140, it's, $160 or $180. I forget offhand, for that combination.
I think it's $180 for the 3-day refresh with it.
Yes, with it. And then, yeah. So, and then the ultimate reset. Brittany has gone from start to finish with the ultimate reset. She did a shit ton better than I did. I ended at like fucking day 17. I'm like, I cannot do this shit anymore. It's weird because I just can't do that because it was crazy, the timing. I can give you a bunch of excuses, but the ultimate reset, a lot of people are wanting to do that right now, and I feel like it's been a big hit, so check into that. That's something also you can start with. You need to start setting clear goals. You have to have a vision. You got to write them down. If you don't write them down, it's really just an idea. So some tips for you guys to do is to set up your calendar. I give you guys a calendar every single month, which this month's calendar will be out today. Every single month, guys, you get a calendar from us that has when you should promo what days you could open what groups. You don't need to follow ours, but you could follow it as a guide if you don't have one implemented already. Use a planner. This is major. Use a planner that will work for you, whether you're a pen to paper, whether you want it on your cell phone, whether you find it on Etsy, whether you go to davedesigner.com, whether you go to Target. I don't give a shit what it is. Use a planner so you know what your days, your weeks, and your month looks like. After you have these dates set out, you need to reverse engineer them. Okay, so you want to hit diamond by this time. What do you need to do? You need to have 4 coaches on your left, 4 on your right, 2 each on one coach on each side needs to be emerald. So how are you going to get there now? You need to do these daily actions. You need to invite more. You need to offer the coaching opportunity more. You might need to sign your spouse and your mom. Figure out what you need to do and break them down into daily actions. So you're going to get that big picture. 5 action steps to help you catch the vision, because without a vision, you're going to get stale, you're going to stay stale, and then you're going to quit. So all this work, you're throwing it away. All that excitement, you're throwing it away. That passion, you're throwing it away, and we don't want you to do that. So first, you need to know the possibility. Next, you need to remind yourself of it constantly. So if you know the possibility, or if you have a vision statement, or if you have your why, read it every single day. Next, surround yourself with positivity. 4, track your business. And lastly, pass the vision along. You guys need to remember what we're fighting for. We're fighting to end the trend of obesity. Don't focus solely on, one aspect of the business versus another. Keep that in your mind, ending the trend of obesity, and it'll make things a lot easier for you to do when you're inviting, when you're sharing, what your vision is. So knowing the possibility, I want you guys to understand the possibility of the income, the rank, and the lifestyle. Okay, whether you want to make $1 million a year, whether you want to make a couple of grand a year, or replace your full-time salary, it's really up for you to decide that. With that comes rank. So you do need to build your rank to build your income. That's first and foremost. And then know the lifestyle that you guys could potentially be living. We might not all want the same things, but I will tell you something, we all start from the same place. So you need to be willing to believe your dreams, that they're a possibility, and you need to decide that you can have them. Because if you keep focusing on, oh, it's just a dream, I'm never going to get there, I can't get there, guess what? You're not, because you're putting all your focus into that negative energy. You got to snap out of it. And here's what you have to do. You need to go after them, and you got to jump all in, and you need to stick to your word. You need to get straight with what your dream is, and you got to honor your why. So these pictures down here, I'm going to move to the other room because I feel like I cannot concentrate. It's okay, Gianna. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Just going downstairs. So see the bottom pictures? These are all of Lindsay Matway. And the one to the left is her house. The one in the middle is her bombshell team at Summit. And then that one is her freaking closet, which is amazing. Okay? We might not all have these same dreams, but just know that her business didn't start with all of that. It started with one person, and it was herself. She didn't live in a house like that. She didn't have a closet like that. She was in, I think, $200,000 worth of medical bills, in debt. She had, she was a broke bartender. Her home was going into foreclosure. She had to claim bankruptcy. She was pregnant when she just started dating this guy. You know what I mean? Like, so she started from nothing, and then she built her organization just by jumping all in. Okay, so when we feel defeated, most of the time, I could say for the majority of us, it's because we're playing the comparison game. And Brittany had just made a post about this the other day, and it's a dirty game to play with yourself. And I will tell you, it's all in your freaking head. And at the same time, it's completely normal, because I think all of us, whether it's Beachbody or not, we all get in the comparison game. Whether it is your full-time job or your part-time job outside of Beachbody, whether it's your relationship, whether it's with your friends, like what you have compared to what they have, the way they look compared to the way they look, or the way so-and-so's husband treats them versus the way your husband treats you, or your home life. Comparing will not serve you, okay? When we take the actions we're supposed to, that is when we will feel accomplished, okay? It's not if we get rejected or not, because I feel like that's when we get stuck in that trap, like, oh my God, well, for instance, okay, I was talking to a coach the other day. Tess, she's on fire. She's emerald already. Which is completely normal, by the way, for you guys that are like, oh, she's emerald already. Guys, this is completely normal. I went emerald in a day. Like, it's possible if you put your mind to it. and she's at like freaking Success Club 16 last month. Like insane, right? I was at Success Club 6, like crazy. So we could be comparing ourselves that way and feeling down and defeated in that aspect. But here's the deal. If you're doing what you should be doing every single day, if you're sending those invites out, if you're posting, if you're being a product of the product, you're doing your job, you know? Go for no. So send those invites out with wanting people to reject you. You know what I mean? Like, see how many no's you can get in one day, because eventually they're going to come around. So that is what's going to help you. The majority of us, we don't see immediate results in this business. So just keep remembering that it does take time. This kind of goes back to me earlier saying, all right, right now is a time where we need to really grind it out so we see that big wave come January. All right, so what it comes down to the vital behaviors, and the only difference between you and the coaches you're comparing yourself to is that they are more consistent and they've been more consistent for a longer period of time. So what you guys can do, you go on YouTube and follow some top coaches, listen to their calls, listen to some topics that they touch on. I want you to reevaluate how you're spending your time. Are you watching TV? Are you waking up? Going on social media, scrolling, what are you doing first thing in the morning? What are you listening to when you're driving in the car? What are you listening to when you're working out? How much time are you spending cooking? Do you feel like if you set up a menu, you would know what to make, how to make your meals every week? Are you spending time learning how to meal prep more efficiently? Are you baking, or are you using the crock pot? Like, it's little things like that. When you go to the grocery store, are you walking up and down the aisles just trying to figure out, what do I need to get? Or are you working from a list? It's the same thing with your business. How are you spending your time? Are you taking forever when you sit down to do your power hour and then you notice it's been 3 hours and you barely got anything done? Probably because you're not working from a list. So I just wanted to show you guys this super fast since we were talking about consistency. Consistently repeated daily actions plus times equals inconquerable results, okay? So doing these small steps and these small daily actions over a longer period of time will give you insane results. So I want you to check this stuff out over to the left-hand side of the screen. Month 1, $306. Month 9, $2,500. Month 21, so almost two years later, $20,000. And month 33, $84,000 in 1 month. People don't make that in a year. And how is this done? Small daily actions that her upline is telling her, hey, it's this simple. There's no secret sauce. This is just what it is. And it's hard, but you have to do it and just stay consistent. And listen, guys, you might be like, well, I don't want to make $84,000 or 20 grand in a month. You know, I don't want to do that. That's not my goal. My goal is I just want to do this like a little bit on the side. Like, that's cool too. But just know the amount of work you're doing just to get it on the side can lead to this income in month 21 and month 33. Okay.
Ashley.
Yeah.
I feel like whether or not your goal is to have an extra, amount of money for a car payment or to retire yourself and your husband from the job, you're going to do the same action. There's no difference.
Yeah, that's what I just said. Right. Like, it's not.
It doesn't matter whether you want to make 500 or you want to make 100,000. You're doing the same plan. So it does not matter. Do the same thing and you're going to be blown away at the income.
It really will. Like, so look at like week 1 over here. So like week 1 earnings, $34. Week 8, 328. Week 16, $713. Okay. So pay attention to these things, guys. They're all little things. We all begin somewhere, but we aren't required to stay there. We can all promote and we can all be millionaires. It can happen. You might not be like, well, I don't want to be, but let me just say something. Who the hell doesn't want to be? Who doesn't want to be? And I will say, those of you that are getting that immediate reaction of, oh, I don't want to be that, I am going to tell you, and this might hurt a little bit, it might be because you have a bad relationship with money and or people that have money. Because people that have money are always associated with people who don't have a love life, with people that don't have a family, with people that are just selfish and cheap and all they want to do is work. we kind of, and let's be honest, you know, like a lot of us grew up, you know, being told, oh, that person has a lot of money, you know, they could have scammed their way there, or all they do is work, you know, this and that. They might live in that big house, but I bet you their marriage is unhappy. You know what I mean? Like, it's little things like that. So with all of this going on, I want you guys to just change your mindset too, because it is possible. Okay, so surround yourself with positivity. You don't have time to spend with people who don't lift you up. If they don't serve you, cut it out. Get connected with a success partner, okay? Get a success partner. This can't be done alone. Just like having an accountability partner on your fitness journey, having someone remind yourself of your goals, having people that remind you it's worth staying in. This is going to either make or break your business, okay? I've had coaches before team up as Success Club partners, and one was having doubts, and instead of encouraging the one that was having doubts, she was like, well, okay, if you quit, I'm quitting. Like, that's so stupid. That is mother effing stupid. I don't get that. But whatever. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You know what I mean? So really, it was pretty much like two negative people. Like, oh, well, if you quit, I'm going to quit. Like, that's really dumb. Like, is that person paying your bills? No. All right. So it will either make and break you. So find a success partner and make it work. And I will tell you, you know, maybe your first success partner might not be your last success partner. You know, I had a success partner about 2 years back where she's just so negative, calling me, complaining all the time, you know, weren't getting stuff done. And I'm like, dude, I cannot do this anymore. And it didn't end off on like really good terms, you know, but I'm still here doing my thing. Oh, well, just know you don't get there on your own. Next, track your business, guys. This will help you to come January and even Christmas time. Track your business. Take mental and physical note of your business. Track the patterns. So pretty much, you know, track the waves on when people are on. Do some research. There's a couple apps you can use for this. Find out, okay, am I getting more interaction in the morning? Like when I post like 7 a.m. when moms are up, during lunch break when my working women are on their phones, anywhere from 12 to 1, 7 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night, or maybe 10 o'clock at night. You have those moms or those late owls that just stay up, you know, watching TV before they go to bed or whatever. Maybe they're scrolling on their phone, because let's face it, everybody that watches TV now has their phone in their hand and they're on it. So when are people on? What is serving your audience interest? Is it tips? Okay. Are they showing interest on that? Is it your outfits? Is it your makeup tips? Is it, you know, your funny videos that you're sharing or doing? Or is it your workout videos that are inspiring people? What is serving your audience interest? So take into consideration the time, the days, the topics that you're talking about. Take consideration of your calendar, because remember, on your calendar, we have promo this, promo that, leading up to whatever group we're running that week. And please, guys, pay attention to who is watching you. The only likes and comments you're getting is from coaches. You need to be adding to your network, and you need to be connecting with the people you're adding to your network, okay? So that is a big thing. It's not just about a number of likes and a number of comments. It's about the quality of people, of who is watching you, because those are the people that you are going to invite and that you're going to want to help. And those are the people that are going to want help from you. So right here on the right-hand side is a super simple tracker, okay? Workout, drink Shakeology, personal development. Invite at least 3 people, post to challenge groups, work on coach training, check in with coaches, check in with non-Facebook challengers, customize your 30-day or 60-day challenges, post on your social media. And then this has post to try, because I saw this from a different Beachbody team. So post to your coach groups. Okay, so pass the vision along. Decide to live your truth unapologetically. You know what I mean? Like, be who you are. Now, all of a sudden, you're a Beachbody coach. You're not freaking perfect, okay? Talk about the ups and downs in your life. Talk about, you know, the stress, the comparison game that you have. People relate to that, guys. People do not relate to perfect. Put your fears aside. When I say, you know, share your truth and share and be vulnerable, there's a fine line between being vulnerable and looking for sympathy and being negative. So I just want you guys to also keep that in mind. At the same time, act as is. You want to be a diamond coach? Act like you're a diamond coach. Act like you're a leader, okay? You don't need to know everything. So put that aside. Publicly address what you want to happen in your life and talk about how Beachbody is getting you there. You guys could look for examples, or you could find examples of that, like ideas. Just brainstorm. Sit down quietly, put some music on, get a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, whatever you want to do, and just jot down like what some of your goals are in your life, and jot down ways that you know Beachbody will help getting you there, and create a post from it. And out of that list, I'm sure you guys could get like at least 5 or 6 posts out of that you could share throughout the week. And that is all I have. Britt, do you want to touch on anything?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm in safe driving mode. Give me a second. All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just went to daydesigner.com. Can you pull that up? Okay. Go to printables. Okay, so there's all of these really cool little sheets on here that you can use there. Like it probably saves as a PDF and then you can print out instead of going on there and spending $59 on a day designer, because some of us are on a budget.
God, this is freaking awesome.
So what I was thinking, I always, for like, okay, this past weekend we had a chili cook-off. So I went on Pinterest, I downloaded PDFs and I sent it to Office Max and got all of these cute things printed for less than $4. So what you need to do is call your local Office Max or Staples and ask them what's your email address that you have PDFs sent to have printed, and they will print it for you. And they even have this little system that they can make a notebook with, so they can hole punch it and add a spine to it. So if you're on a budget and you don't want to spend $59, get on daydesigner.com and have whichever one that you want, whatever sheet, have them print multiples of it and create your own. It is that simple.
That is awesome. And look at this daily routine one. That's cool.
Yeah. And it's $0. It's free.
Oh, and how about this one? A daily gratitude journal.
Yep.
Wow, I feel like a lot of girls would like that. And this is cool too, because like you could just jot things down, guys, like just brainstorm, and you get a lot of content that you can share on your stuff. So basically the gist of this call is, okay, you don't want to feel defeated. Guess what it goes back to? It goes back to you working on yourself, get creative with it, think outside of the box, and do what you need to be doing. Because for me, like I feel defeated when I know I should have, did an invite rally, and I know I should have done this weekend, and I didn't. And that's what makes me feel defeated, because I know if I did do that and I still got a lot of rejections and people telling me no, I did what I had to do.
You'd feel accomplished.
I did what I had to do. I felt accomplished, and I learned from that. I'm failing forward. What can I change in my next invite? What can I change on my social media page? Because when you message people, they go right to your page. What can I add more of? What can I take away? What can I do to better myself? Do I need to connect with more people? You know what I mean? So just that's what's going to help you fail forward. Just doing the things you need to do.
Yep. So I agree. I think that, like you're saying, no is not forever. I feel like once we start getting rejected, it's like, whenever you start out, you have no muscle, and then you're like lifting and you start to see that muscle come about. You start to see results. So it's the same thing whenever you're inviting and you're not hearing yes. The more no's that you hear, the easier it's going to get. Because of course, at first, whenever you're working out, you're sore, right? Your arms are like, oh my God. Like last week, I hadn't done Plyo Fix Extreme in forever. I did it and I could barely freaking walk. But the more that you do it, the easier it's going to get.
Yep, exactly. All right, guys. So this will be up on my YouTube, and I will share the link later.